Hello everyone, Thempire in here with more new cards. We've had a bit of a break from the new cards for a while. It's been like a bit of a freeze on them, but now Supreme Darkness is coming, so we got a huge wave of them all at once. This boom and bust cycle for new cards is something I'm going to have to get used to, apparently. But we got new Crystron cards. This is interesting to me. It seems like, so if you take into consideration the Battle Wasps, the Speedroids, there seems to be like a year of wind going on, but if you take into account the Sharks and the Atlanteans and the Crystrons, there seems to be a bit of a year of water going on. And it seems like maybe they're taking inspiration from the recent Master Duel event. They're doing a wind and water year. I guess that's fair enough. These typings are so well served already that they need to be kept apart from everything else. Year of Fire gets to have its own year and a half, but we have to share a year with water. I don't like that. Anyways, Halq is back apparently. Let's start taking a look at these. Crystron Tristalos. Okay. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know a single goddamn thing about the Crystrons outside of exactly Halq. So, I don't know that you're going to get a lot out of this video. I'm going to put that up front right now. I don't know that you're going to get a lot out of this video, and I'm sorry about that. But maybe you get to laugh at me being wrong. I know you guys love to do that. Level 2 Water Machine Tuner. That sounds about right for Crystron, right? 800 attack, 2000 defense. You can only use the first second card to return. When the opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon a Crystron monster from your deck, except for Tristalos. Then immediately after this effect resolves, sacred summon a machine monster using that monster you control. Okay, at first I was going to say this effect sucks because it requires you to wait for your opponent to activate a card effect, and then it summons a monster, and like that's terrible. But since it does a quick synchro in addition to that, this might be good actually. Let me just, I should have done this before I started recording. Let me just open up yugioh Pro real quick and type in Crystron into the search bar. How about we do that? I think that might be a good idea. We'll just go Crystron. There we go. Do we got anything good? This card is synchro summon. You can target monsters your opponent controls, or in the graveyard up to number synchros. Banish them. Well, that's not bad. Quarion Gandrax is not bad. Phoenix, banish all spell traps your opponent controls and in their grave. Holy moly. Now, these two are crazy. I mean, this is a level 2, so you're going to need a bit more material than that. But you can do that. Oh, Phoenix requires a synchro tuner. I mean, you can make that. We got 2. Wait, does this deck not have a synchro tuner? Maybe it's in this new wave of support. Why would Phoenix require a synchro tuner if the deck doesn't have a synchro tuner? Amatrix is synchro summon. You can change all special summon. Monster opponent controls defense position. Okay. Quandax. Can Quandax turn into a tuner? Once per chain, during opponent's main battle, immediately active synchro summon one single monster using materials, including this card you control. Is a synchro summon monster or card is destroyed by battle or card effect, target a Crystron in your graveyard except for a synchro monster special. No, none of them can turn into tuners. So you're just supposed to use the Halq effect to summon a generic synchro tuner? Wait, no, Quandax is a tuner. Why isn't not telling me that? Okay. No, Quandax is a tuner. I was very confused. Quandax is a tuner. For some reason, I wasn't seeing that anywhere on the card. Ugh. Looking at yugioh Pro text instead of actually looking at the damn card, you know? That's the issue. There we go. So you get Quandax, and I mean, Quandax already has a quick effect, though. Like, literally, Quandax already does the quick synchro into Phoenix. I guess it's for Quarion Gandrax, then. 2 or more tuners. That even makes sense with the fact it's a level 2 tuner. You get some more tuners on field, and then you do that. Crystron Sufudhole. Level 5 Water Machine Effect Monster. Wait, does that have a restriction? on the Crystron you summon? Nope. No level restriction at all. Cool. You can use the first 6 or 6. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you could target one Crystron card you control, destroy it, then special summon this card. You cannot special summon for the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for machine monsters. Alright. Okay. That's fine. It's a 5, so that's neat. I guess it's better than Sulfafnir. Do any of these, like... Oh my god, these guys summon themselves so... These guys summon so easy. I didn't realize they all had the same line of text on them. Just these 3, actually. Smyger, Thysfern, and Rosenix. Ryan doesn't have it. And doesn't know that, nor does the Turtle or Citri or Quan. Wait a minute. Quan is Tristalos is Quan, who is also Halq Fibrax. How many? And is also this guy. How many times is this one guy on all the cards? That's crazy. Why isn't Citri on more of them? Isn't like Citri like the best card in the deck? I thought it was. But again, I don't know anything about Crystrons. I literally know so little about this deck that I'm just kind of... I mean, I think Citri is the good one. I haven't actually read it. Target a non-tuner in your graveyard, special summon it, has effect negated. If you do, immediately active effect resolve. Synchro summon a machine synchro monster using that monster in this card. The synchro has a better system being sent to the graveyard. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. Maybe that's not the best card in the deck. Or maybe the deck's just not good. I don't know. If this card is normal special, you can set up 2 Crystron cards with different names for your deck to the graveyard. I mean, that seems alright. That's something you can use Citri to grab. And you can get back the one you destroyed. Or wait, no, it just sends them to grave, right? Yeah. Yeah, sending them to grave. What is the synergy here? Ah, Smyger. Smyger's effect. Banish it and then add a Crystron spell trap. Ah, and Thysfern has one too. Okay, and then Rosenix has one too. Okay, alright. I'm learning Crystron on the fly. I'm so sorry to any Crystron duelists. I'm not going to be too hard on these cards because I literally don't know what they do. Please let me know what they do, if they do anything cool for the deck in the comments below. Crystron Eleskeletes. Eleskeletus, maybe? Level 7 water machine synchro effect monster. So we still only have the one synchro tuner. One tuner, one non-tuner. You can use the first and third effects the card once per turn. This card is synchro summon. You can add a Crystron card from your grave or banishment to your hand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Your monster opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. Sure. We kind of like to print this on random cards for some reason. If this synchro summon card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon one Crystron monster from your graveyard or banishment. Ooh, okay, so then you can recycle further the guys that you banish for their effects. I'm also realizing you can only use one of the effects per turn on these Crystrons, the Smyger, the Thysfern, and the Rosenix. Interesting. But, yeah. Okay. I'm starting to see, like, something here. I feel like the first one is not particularly good. Except for maybe the... What was it? Banish to destroy a single monster. Special summon 2 Crystrons from the deck. I guess this is fine. It's just like, it's the fact it's in the grave and it can pop something that's like okay. But it does cost a synchro monster. I don't know. This guy seems pretty good though. And of course it's a synchro summon is destroyed by battle or card effect, especially Crystron from graveyard or banishment. Wait, it's only if it's destroyed by battle or card effect? Rereading this, I'm realizing this is actually, that's only okay. But it's, more importantly, it gets a Crystron card from grave or banishment. And And you can't use the effects of those guys that banish themselves in the same turn that you use the other effect. Interesting. We have a continuous spell, Crystron Inclusion. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can only use the third effect once per turn. When this card resolves, you can add a Crystron card from your deck to your hand. Well, that's nice. The first time each of your Crystron monsters will be destroyed by battle each turn is not destroyed. Why? Weird. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Crystron monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Huh. But it's a continuous spell, and it doesn't really have a way to send itself to grave for that to activate. Interesting. Is it? Hold up. Wait. Card. One Crystron card. So you can pop the continuous to summon, not this guy, this guy. Okay. Alright. I don't think that sounds particularly good, but I could be wrong. And we got a continuous trap, Crystron Cluster. You can only use the second effect of this card once per turn. One Crystron card you control cannot be banished by your opponent's card effects. Now that is a cool effect. That is interesting. That has a lot of potential, especially with all this stuff that's like, if you destroy this monster, you get fucked. Which means like the only way to remove it properly, to actually deal with it without having to have the float effect come bite your ass, would be to remove this card probably. But also you could just bounce it to the hand or spin it back to the deck. But those effects are rare. So it's really probably going to be the spell trap removal that gets you there. Yeah, maybe. You can target one face-up card in the field, or up to two if you control a Crystron Synchro monster. Shuffle one Crystron card from your graveyard or banish it to the deck, except for Crystron Cluster, and if you do, destroy the targeted cards. It's just a pop. But it's up to 2 pops, so it's something. And then it has this protection effect on top. This seems okay. Crystrons. Yeah, oh my god. I just like scrolled down to see what the Crystron spell traps were like. There's 3 of them. There's only 3 of them, and one of them isn't a Crystron card. It's a Crystallic card. All Crystron monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense once per turn. During the end phase, you can draw a card equal to the number of Crystron Synchro monsters you synchro summon this turn. Terrible. Awful. And you can't even search it off of Smyger. Why does Smyger have a spell trap search that only searches 2 cards currently? We are doubling the amount of cards that Smyger can search. Also, you obviously get any laughs about Smyger out while you can. Whatever. Wow, okay. And then these traps are special summon 2 Crystron tuners, 1 from hand and 1 from grave. Okay. During either player's turn except the turn the card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish the card from the graveyard, target 1 Crystron monster you control, send 1 Crystron from deck to grave, whose level is different from the monster, and if you do, that monster becomes the level of that monster, sent to grave. Ugh. Crystron Impact, target 1 of your banished Crystron, special summon it, and if you do, if your opponent controls any face-up monsters, change the defense to 0. Defense to 0? Really? You couldn't even do attack and defense? I guess you get the special summon a banished Crystron monster, but like, man. During either player's turn, except the card turn this card was sent to the graveyard. When a card effect is activated, targets a Crystron monster you control. You banish this card from your graveyard and negate that effect. Okay. So we're only searching the new cards, huh? As far as spell traps go, we're only searching the new ones. Now, it does lock you, this archetype does lock you obviously into machines. Does it lock you into synchros too? Does it lock you into machine synchros? I mean, the whole entire deck is built around synchros, so even if you're not, no, it probably doesn't lock you because you want to be able to play Halq, right, which is a Link monster, even though Halq is obviously banned. But theoretically, if Halq ever gets unbanned, you need to be able to play that. So it obviously doesn't lock you out of Link monsters. But it just locks you into machines. There's a decent amount of machines you could do stuff with. Obviously, you can't do like a whole lot of Earth machine stuff because we're water machines. But you know, there's like stuff you can do. Particularly, I'm thinking of the new Ally of Justice boss monster. Unfortunately, the thing is, we're playing Waters, so there's only one attribute, so you only get one negate off of him. But he is like a level 10, I believe, synchro that you could make in this deck, and it might not be so bad. This is a strange one. This is a strange one. You know, you can make all the Speedroid monsters. all the high Speedroid, not the clear wings or anything. You can make all the high Speedroids though. Actually, you can't because they all require like wind machine but not all of them, but like a lot of them do. So probably not that actually. But this is a weird one. These cards seem fine to me. I obviously don't know the deck super well. They seem fine to me. It just seems like to fix this deck, you need more than this amount of cards, perhaps. But I could be very wrong on that. Maybe these cards are absolutely busted and crazy. I don't know. I feel like this is like a big synchro combo deck, and I feel like I just don't have the understanding or the time in this react video to understand the cards. Oh, Praise the Order does lock you into synchros, huh? I don't think you want to play this though. It doesn't seem very good. Well, you could do the graveyard effect to special summon a Crystron from hand. Never mind. From hand, come on. Rion seems decent. Citri seems okay. Quan seems not good. What does Sulfafnir do? Discard a Crystron except for Sulfafnir. Special summon this card in defense position. Destroy one card you control. Why do we keep destroying cards? That's like I think that's literally the reason why this continuous spell that has no way to destroy itself has an effect in Grave. Is because it's something for you to destroy with your Crystron effects. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you can add a monster with Sylvestern. Rosenix can special summon a token. I don't think we need that necessarily. We might, but I don't think we do. Smiger gets a spell trap. We could probably use that because these new ones are decent. Yeah, like you can go Smiger for inclusion grab, cluster. Or maybe you don't even go for a cluster, maybe you go for another monster. But Eleskeletas can grab the trap if you need. There's a lot of search power in the deck. I'll give it that. There's just not a whole lot of not a whole lot to search, right? I mean, okay, so like this deck, hold up. This is a tuner. This is a non-tuner. What? How are we making Quandax? It's a level 4. I guess you're supposed to use Quan to make Quandax. I guess that makes sense. I guess it makes sense that Quan would be used to make Quandax. I suppose that scans. But if that's the case, who does Citri become? Amatrix? I guess? I don't know who becomes Phoenix. I guess Rosenix becomes Phoenix because it's a Phoenix, I guess. And then Quariandrax is Sulfafnir, maybe? I don't know. I don't understand these. Like there's a clear thing here with Tristalos going into Eleskeletus, even though there's not a name thing there, but there's not a name thing with a lot of these. It's just the Quandax that has the name thing with Quan. Does that mean we have to play Quan? Oh, kinda, right? Because Quandax seems like the best card here, since it can make the synchro tuner that you need to make Phoenix. So you need to have a way to make Quandax, whether that is Quan or not. So you need like a level 1 tuner in here somewhere. Which I guess Rosenix has its level 1 token. Is it a tuner though? No, it's not. It's not a tuner. I mean, since all the guys in hand can summon a tuner from deck, Quan isn't a bad thing to have at 1, so you could just do that to get into the Quandax, and then Quandax can be a piece on the field to go into Crystron Phoenix with any 5, which you have Sulfefnir, and now you also have Sulfudhul, and there's also the Synchro Amatrix, which... No, you probably don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. I see why though the trap card has the cannot be banished thing, because every single synchro has a destruction float effect. Wait, Quarion Gondrax can grab any banished monster? It doesn't say one of yours. Can it grab from the opponent? That's kind of funny. I don't know if it's good, but it's funny. Especially since he banishes cards himself. So you could banish something good and then float into it. That's kind of funny. So this trap card is actually really interesting then, because it makes... It's definitely an attempt to make that destruction float effect live, instead of just being like, oh yeah, I'll just banish that, get rid of it. But they're still bouncing and spins, and like I said, a lot less common, but not impossible. I mean, if this deck were to ever become tiered, and I don't think it's that good, certainly, people could just start playing Nightmare Unicorn alongside their Masquerena engine that they already play. Like, they just go back to Nightmare Unicorn again and it just outs the board. Unless you end on like a bunch of these guys, but I don't know that you do. I mean, you probably end on 2 of them. Like, you can quick synchro into Phoenix and Quarion Gondrax, maybe Amatrix, depending. But the thing is, these have to be summoned to like do anything. They have to be summoned on the opponent's turn. Otherwise, it's just a float effect that blocks your opponent, and that's like not very good. To do anything, they have to be summoned on your opponent's turn, which means what your end board is going to look like is actually just going to be a bunch of these little guys. A bunch of the little guys like these guys. Which means you need to have a lot of your zones filled with the material to make those guys, right? So you're going to end up with like... You're going to end up with a board that's like Quandax and a level 5 to make Phoenix, and Citri and something. Wow, okay, this does Rion and another Quan? You gotta have like another Quan, because... Oh wait, no, you can go Citri and Rion and Rosenix to go into Quarion Gondrax. That would work for 9, right? Yeah, 2, 3 is 5, and then 4 is 9. So that could work. And that gets you your 2 or more tuners. So you could also do one of the 3s. Cause I honestly kind of don't want to play Rosenix. I think we do probably still play Rosenix just because it summons a tuner from the deck. In fact, this is probably the one we want to use to summon the tuner from the deck. We want to send Distvern and Smiger for their graveyard effects instead. So maybe we do play a Rose Nyx, and then that's like a 4 we can just have on field. Maybe that's our normal summon. But I don't know, because a lot of these effects require you to destroy a card before you actually get the advantage. I don't know if you can actually build the advantage to have like a significant board. I don't know. There's probably some way. Someone's got it. Someone has to have a brew with this to make that not negligible. So yeah, you end on like, especially with all the ads you have, all the ads to hand. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna end on like 2 cards to make Phoenix, maybe 3 cards. It has to be at least 3 cards actually, because it's 2 or more tuners, not 1 or more tuners. So it's 3 cards to end on Quarion Gundrax. And oh wait, wait, no, you can't use Citri and the level 7 guy. Oh, what you? Wait, no, you can't. I was about to say what you can do is you can use Citri and the level 7 guy to make Phoenix, but you can't do that because Phoenix requires a tuner synchro monster. So you need to use Quandax to make Phoenix, and then Quandax gets a level 5 to make Phoenix. And Quarion Gundrax requires 2 or more tuners, so you can't use Citri and the level 7 guy to do that either. What is the purpose of the level 7 guy then? Other than he adds a card, yeah, of course. But what is the purpose of him? Here he is. Here he adds the card. What is the purpose of him, though? He can't change his level. I guess he lowers the attack of the opponent's monsters, but we don't care about the opponent's monster's attack stat because everything is floating, and we also have a card that makes them so they're not able to be destroyed by battle. So it just means they can't do as much damage. And it's each of them. So that can actually really gum up the game since they can't banish them away. You have to use card effect and then to pop them, and then you get the advantage off of them. I guess maybe he's supposed to be material to go into Halq with. Like you use a tuner and this guy to go into Halq. But isn't Halq banned in every format? Halq's not legal in the OCG, right? Hold up. I need to look that up. I literally... Is Halq legal in the OCG? That would explain a lot, perhaps. I need to see that. Halq. Not Halqa Stone, Halqa Fibrax. Come on. Forbidden. It just says forbidden in general. Okay, no. That's not what I want then. Forbidden OCG, yeah. Forbidden OCG, forbidden TCG. So are we building around the card that's forbidden, and are we unbanning Halq? Are we unbanning Halq? You can't unban Halq, dude. I can't go through this shit again. You can't. Sorry, you can't. You can't. Unless you're errata-ing it, unless you have an errata plan for Halq that locks you into machines, I feel like that might be fine. But even then, you can still do Auroradon stuff unless you're in a format where Auroradon is banned. But, you know, Auroradon is kind of independently a problem. So maybe Auroradon just stays banned and we can have it errata'd Halq. Halq cannot be let off the list until it is errata'd, even without Auroradon. But, I don't... Now that I'm, like, looking at this, I feel like this level 7 guy doesn't make any goddamn sense unless Halq is coming back. Because it doesn't work levels-wise. Levels wise, it doesn't make any fucking sense unless you're using 2 Quan and the level 7 guy to make Quarion Gundrax. Right? None of these guys modify levels. Not a single one of these guys modifies levels. So okay, I'm looking at the tuners also have, I forgot the tuners have the effect that summons the non-tuner. It does it during the opponent's turn, so that means you don't have to have as much as your board clogged up. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. You don't have to have as much of your board clogged up as I was saying. But you do have to have a bit of it clogged up because of Quandax. Quandax needs 2 slots at least. Probably just 2 to go into Phoenix. But then you could have like Citri and Rion on board and Rosenix in hand or something. Or engrave, because actually it'd have to be engrave, right? Or grave or banish, because Rion and Citri work that way. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. That's like okay. So you can make the Quarion Gundrax, maybe, but even with that said, I still think there's no way this guy makes any goddamn sense. Maybe he is supposed to just linger on the field with his 500 attack and defense debuff. That seems silly to me, though. It seems to me like he's supposed to be part of the combo, and you make him to get an extender, and then you make Halq with him and a tuner to get a different tuner out of the board. And then you can just summon Quandax for free. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm done here, I think. I've talked way too much about cards I don't know enough about. And feel free. This one, if I got anything wrong, that's on me, baby. I fully admit on this one, I don't know a damn thing about him. Sorry, very sorry. But the reacts must continue until morale improves. But Crystron players rejoice. I know I have some Crystron players in my audience. I know for a fact I do. So I hope you're having a cool time with these cards. But I also hope Halq doesn't come back. Were you guys even playing Halq, or is Halq exclusively being played outside of your deck? Let me know in the comments about that too. I'm very interested. I think if Halq came back with these new cards, it would be played in the deck. I think that's the case, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. These seem interesting. I could see these doing some stuff for Crystron. I do actually think it's interesting that they work mostly on the opponent's turn. So like from the perspective of like your opponent trying to break your board, this is actually a really hard board to break. I like that. That seems powerful to me. But how does Crystron play going second? How does it play going second? I feel like that might be an issue, even with these new cards. I guess you just try to stick as many guys as you can and then pass turn, right? I mean, I guess you could just actually, since you're going second, you could just activate these. You don't have to use the quick effects to summon these guys. So like, you just end with like all the synchro monsters already on board, and maybe you get like one of the quick effects. No, that's actually fine. No. I think this is interesting, right? This like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, no, I kind of dig it. Again, I'm just yapping here. I literally was like, no, you can't play second. Like, no. Actually, when I think about it, You can definitely play second because there's nothing stopping you from just hard synchroing. Well, other than the fact you can't get the effect that summons out the monster, but there's other ways to do that. There's other ways to get the monster on field. Although not a whole lot of other ways, I will say. You're gonna have to have a lot of cards on field to destroy. So hope you're ready for that. Maybe that's the idea. Oh, what if that's the idea? The Skeletus is here so you can get the Crystron card from Grave or Banishment, recycle that, and then you pop this asshole as like one of the cards you can pop. And it's just this or card effect. Wait, hold up. How many of these just say or don't say opponent's card effect? So only the synchros float. Battle or card effect. Stop. Battle or card effect. Yeah, there's nothing here stopping you from... Okay, so these are what's supposed to plus. I was looking at the regular monsters, looking at for where they plus off of the destruction. No, it's the synchros that plus off of the destruction. Okay. I didn't even process the fact that it doesn't say your opponent's effect. I'm just so used to that being on there, right? I'm so used to that little piece of text that says your opponent's effect. Okay. Man, this video keeps going on for longer and longer, but this like changes things significantly. I love misreading, man. I love misreading. To be fair, I'm trying to read an entire archetype at the same time. 16 cards, 16 plus 5 really at the same time. But I mean, all they do is float into another Crystron monster. Amatrix can't float into a synchro, but the rest of them can. Now their effects only proc when they're synchro summoned. But you can use Quandax. You could get Quandax back on field by popping any of these. So yeah, this guy, okay, no, never mind about the Halq thing. I'm no longer worried about Halq coming back. This guy is meant to grab a Crystron card back and then be popped by your own card effect to special summon back either like one of your tuners, one of your non-tuners, or like one of your synchros like Quandax or Amatrix to do other things with. Yeah, okay. All right. That's interesting. This is these are actually kind of neat. Hey, if you've got like any of you Crystron players who have stuck around this long, I appreciate you humoring me as I stumble my way through this deck. Post like a list in chat or in the comments below. Not in chat, it's not Twitch. Post like a list if you have one, or like just like a link to a combo. Yeah, I'll gladly watch that. I'm really interested in what you can do with this. These seem really interesting. I could see them like if these cards are like good enough, I could see this like actually kind of destroying some tournaments, right? I mean, nobody know. I don't know what the Crystron cards do. Plenty. So you're gonna have that surprise factor against a lot of people, on the lower end of the tournament. But like, just this like ability to do so much during your opponent's turn, and the effects are powerful. Like spell traps obliterated. That's really huge right now. And banished, even not even destroyed, banished. And then the 2 banish, or no, wait, 3 banish, because up to the number of synchro materials, so it has to be at least 3 banishes. And it's in the graveyard too. And then the Amatrix is Book of Moon, or actually Book of Eclipse that doesn't flip them back up. It only does the special summon ones, but that's not bad either. I mean, it's not awful. You could like really fuck some people up with this deck. I feel like it really throws off the rhythm of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I like that. It plays on a slightly different rhythm, not even on a different axis. It plays on a different rhythm than the rest of the game. I mean, as a resident flu player, I really like playing on my opponent's turn anyways. So I'm more than willing to play on the opponent's turn to get some crazy synchros. Oh my god, wait. Hold up. It's a machine synchro deck that locks you and it plays on your opponent's turn. It's Flu plus Speedroid. I should love this deck. Hold up. Maybe I'll pick this up. Okay, all right. I was sorry, Crystron. I was unfamiliar with your game. I am now fully on board with Crystron. This was a roller coaster. This episode was a roller coaster. I appreciate anyone who stuck through it all the way. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about these cards. Am I wrong? That's very likely. It's very likely that I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong at one part of the video. Because of the range of opinions I've held in this video, I am definitely wrong at one point in the video. So let me know what you think of them. Let me know if you have a list for this. Let me know if you've got a replay, you've got like a dueling book replay, just like link it to me. I'll watch that shit for sure. And let me know what your favorite banned link monster is. Mine is Halq Fibrax. I'm glad that fucker's banned. He's my favorite because I'm glad he's banned. Not as bad as Link Cross though. Ugh. And yeah, I've run out of steam. I don't know where I'm going with this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'll do better on the next ones. Bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You could also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories that you want, all to start supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!